crap.
I am.
Actually, we can't.
Here I am.
Can I ask some
Oh,
questions?
this should be good. Go ahead.
No, we've asked that. Let's do the personal questions now.
Here I am. Again? I'm game.
Oh no. And Margaret, I feel like we are caught up.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
Ask something? No. We've asked that.
What do you wish of me? We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will.
Nope. North Noble Tavern. Politics of Ferelden. To our neighbors, Ferelden seems utterly chaotic. Unlike other monarchies, power does not descend from our throne. Rather, it rises from the support of the freeholders. Each freehold chooses the banner or earl to whom it pays allegiance. Typically, this choice is based on proximity of the freehold to the large castle, as it's worthless to pay for the upkeep of soldiers who will arrive at your land too late to defend it. For the most part, each generation of freeholders casts its lot with the same bond as their fathers did, but things can and do change. No formal oaths are sworn, and it is not unheard of, especially in the prickly central Banon, for bands and court freeholders to court freeholders away from their neighbors, a practice which inevitably begets feuds that last for ages. Tyrants arose from amongst the bands war leaders who, in antiquity, has grown powerful enough to move other bands to swear fealty to them. There were many Tyrants in the days before King Calian, but he succeeded in whittling them down to only two, Warren in the south, Highever in the north. These Tyrants still hold the oaths of bands and earls, who they may call upon in the event of war or disaster. And similarly, the Tyrants still hold responsibility for defending those sworn to them. The Earls were established by the Tyrants, giving command of strategic fortresses that could not be overseen by the Tyrants themselves. Unlike the Tyrants, the Earls has no band sworn to them, and are simply somewhat more prestigious bands. The king is, in essence, the most powerful of the Tyrants. Among the Nerim, although the Nerim was originally the Tyrant of the king, it has since been reduced to an Earling, as the king's domain is now all of Ferelden, but even the king's power must come from the bands. Nowhere is this more evident than during the Landsmeet, an annual council for which all the nobles of Ferelden gather, held for almost 3,000 years except odd interruptions during blights and invasions. The sight of a king asking for and working to win the support of lesser men is a source of constant wonder to foreign ambassadors. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Which one is this? Oh. Bartender?
This is where the nobility comes to get drunk and decide who is the most self-important of them all. Good time.
There's a book.
This should be easy enough.
Trip to Navarra? The fourth time I attempted to cross the border into Navarra from Orlais was turned back by Chevaliers. I decided to take the most roundabout path, a ship back to Ferelden and then another to Navarra. The outcome was more than worth the trouble. The whole country is filled with artistry, from the statues of heroes that litter the streets, and even the meanest villagers in the glittering golden college of Magi in Cumberland. Perhaps nowhere is more astonishing than the vast necropolis outside Navarra city. Unlike most other followers of Adraste, the Navarrans do not burn their dead. Instead, they carefully preserve their bodies and seal them in elaborate tombs. Some of the wealthiest Navarrans began construction of their own tombs while quite young, and these become incredible palaces, complete with gardens bathhouses, and ballrooms utterly silent, kept only for the dead. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Go to the bartender.
What can I get you, stranger?
Have you heard any rumors?
There's been a battle out at Winter's Breath. Several of the Benorn banded together and fought against Logain's
Benorn.
men. Maybe 1,000 on the field, all told. Tyrn Logain won the day, it said, but there were heavy losses on both sides. It's a fight for the throne, just like in the old times. Anything else you need?
Anyone need help? Maybe with something not strictly legal? He glances around for prying eyes, then produces a few notes on behalf of interested parties. Oh, okay. Correspondence interruptus. R has a small request. It's always useful to have a big name in your pocket, and there's nothing better than snagging them with their knickers down. If, in travels-wise, someone were to come across notes between illicit lovers, I have certain specialists who can make the most of the text. Ooh, deliver it to the bartender, and an investment towards future manipulation will be handsomely paid. We got a lot of those. Solving problems. D requires swift action. I have trouble. A few of more excitable young associates got a little nervous during a couple of delicate handovers. Suffice to say, a little mess needs attention. Life is normally cheap, but if word of this gets out, there will be consequences. My men are under close watch, so I would be most grateful for someone willing to take care of this. Coin is assured. That's in the negotiations aids. K requests the following. The troubles of the new blood seems to find me. I've ruffled some feathers with my alternative tactics, and some people have had me blacklisted by my primary suppliers. So I put this out there to those enterprising friends who wants an ally, and perhaps a little coin. 15 toxin extract samples will be more than enough to ensure I can continue building support. Simple, isn't it? Do we have enough for 15 toxins? Oh, venom. We need toxins. Wait. Can we buy it from them, and then let's see if you have some.
What can I get you, stranger?
Let me see what you have.
Right, I'll show you around.
Obviously. Oh, I have to turn that in. And then, how many flags do we have? We should have a good bit, actually. That's 63. Injury kit rest. Oh, that's expensive. And he does not have it. Interesting. Let's buy this though. I feel like this can be for everybody, so we're gonna give this to whoever has the worst. Crap. And that's 24. Let's just give it to you.
Interesting.
Oh crap. Should have given it to them. It makes sense that she wouldn't want it. That sucks. Fine though. Do we need to give Do we need all of the correspondence? Oh, we need 12. And we have... That's not it. Notes, files, interruptions. Where would it be? No, I know that's not it. Oh, this is the items we have. I feel like that's not it. Oh, this is what I checked. This now, and it's not that. Oh yeah, it is quest related, isn't it? Mage's Eye. Unbound. Right. Where is... You would think it would be here. I only got the one. Pretty sure it's not here, but... Oh, yeah, there we go. It is this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. Sophie's guard.
My cousin was sent to Ostagar before the battle. I hope he's all right.
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste.
All the news is troubling these days.
Might I offer you a bit of advice, my good friend Alistair?
I like my hair the way it is, thank you.
Truly, as you wish. Though my advice is regarding something else completely. It has to do with your recent exertions with your fellow Grey Warden that I overheard.
My...
Oh.
Oh.
It did seem as if you just got going when all grew quiet. You are feeling all right, yes? Perhaps you're tired.
We aren't talking about this, are we? Did I hit my head?
I have some roots from home that you may chew if you need energy. As for volume, perhaps you ought to try arching your...
Whoa, whoa. Awkward.
You Ferelden's are so...
That's funny.
to pleasure each other unless you talk about it.
Not listening. La 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 la.
No one's here. Empty chest. This is obviously kind of bad, so just in case.
Right.
Oh. Ravine. Nowhere in my travels, not in the heart of the Imperium nor the streets of Azamar, have I felt so much an outsider as in Ravine. The chain of light never truly reached the ears of these people. The years they spent under the thumb of the Qunari left most of the country's zealous followers of the Qun. But resistance to the chant grows deeper than the Qunari war. The Ravini refuse to be parted from their seers, wise women who are in fact hedge mages, communicating with spirits and actually allowing themselves to become possessed. The chantry prohibited The chantry prohibition against such magical practices violates millennia of local traditions. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Take that. We need money. Waitress, keep to yourself, my girl. Ooh, two-handed. Awesome. Crimson Oars leader. Mercenary. Regular bot.
As you wish.
Notices of death. Warden. It is always a sad duty to report the deaths of those who have died in the service of the guild. Today, this duty falls to you, should you accept it. With this letter, you will find the names of 4 women recently widows and letters giving condolences for the loss of their husbands. All 4 men were killed during the works of the irregulars, and we mourn the deaths of all who died in servitude. To our ideals. Please handle this task with the discretion and care that I am confident you possess in spades. You must deliver these notes to the widows. Arania in Redcliffe, Arana near Lake Calenhad, and Sarah and Ternia in Denerim. Many thanks for this difficult task. Stocking the guild. My dear people, we're facing work coming in from 2 fronts and everyone must contribute. The irregulars are prepared to pay any man or woman who comes forward with the gift of 20 health poultices, no question asked. If we work together, we can stock the irregulars for war. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That's a lot. Oh, Codex. Blackstone letters of condolences. My dear lady, it is with great regret that I must inform you of the death of your husband. He died as he lived, with the greatest honor, completing a task of vital importance to the guild. Rest assured that we will take vengeance of those responsible for his death. Please accept my condolences for your loss. Raynor Hawkwind. This letter is marked with the seal of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Didn't
Maker's
have
blessings.
anything to turn in? Oh yeah, 5. Oh, we did see a hooded person. We did 1, I think. Right.
Upon you, Warden.
Yeah. A lot going on here, that's for sure.
Now we drink more.
Edwina.
Pigs, all of them.
I'm sure.
Next, drink to battle and victory.
Mercenary leader.
Now we drink more. I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull.
Oh, too much going on. Too much. And that. What's this? Let's make our way down. Wonders of Thetis. Oh boy. Geography of Thedas. Thedas is bounded to the east of the Amaranthine Ocean, to the west by Tarishan Forest and the Hunterhorn Mountains, to the south by the snowy wastes that lie beyond the Arkney Mountains, and to the north of the Nark Forest. The word Thedas is Tevinter in origin, originally used to refer to lands that bordered the Imperium. As the Imperium lost its strange hold on conquered nation, more and more lands become Thedas, until finally people applied the name to the entire continent. The northern part of Thedas is divided amongst the Anderfels, the Tevinter Imperium, Antiva, and Ravane, with the islands held by the Qunari just off the coast. Central Thedas consists of the free marches Navara and Arles, and Ferelden to the south. What lies beyond the snowy waste is a mystery. The freezing temperatures and barren land have kept even the most intrepid cartographers at bay. Similarly, the western reaches of the Anderfels have never been fully explored, even by the Anders themselves. We do not know if the dry steppes are shadowed by mountains, or if they extend all the way to a nameless sea. There must be other lands, continents, or islands, perhaps across the Amaranthine or north of Penvalin, for the Qunari arrived in Thedas from somewhere. But beyond that deduction, we know nothing. Oh, I wonder where they're from. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar, Brother Genitivi. That's freaking cool. I want to read everything first.
Where do you think they get all this stuff? You think they, have any miniature golem dolls?
History of the Chantry, Chapter 4. Do like that. It's like we're getting them in order. This may be the last one. The crowds present at the death of Adraste were right to feel despair. It is believed that the prophet's execution angered the Maker, and he turned his back on humanity once more, leaving the people of Thedas to suffer in the dark. In these dark times, mankind scrambled for a light, any light. Some found comfort in demonic cults that promised power and riches in return for worship. Others prayed to the old gods for forgiveness, begging the great dragons to return to the world. Still others fell so low as to worship the Darkspawn, forming vile cults dedicated to the exaltation of evil in the purest form. It is said that the world wept as its people begged for a savior who would not come. Adraste's followers, however, did not abandon her teachings when she died. The cult of Adraste rescued her sacred ashes from the courtyard in Mithradius after her execution, sealing them away to a secret temple. The location of the temple has long been lost, but the ashes of Adraste served as a symbol of the enduring nature of the faith in the Maker, that humanity could even the Maker's forgiveness despite its grievous insults to him. With time, the cult of Adraste spread and grew, and the chant of light took form. Sing this chant in the four corners of Thedas, it is said, and the world regained the Maker's attention at last. As the chant of light spread, the cult of Adraste became known as the Adrastian Chantry. Those who converted to the Chantry's beliefs found it their mission to spread Adraste's word. There were many converts, including powerful people in the Imperium and in the city-states of what is now Arles. Such was the power of the Maker's word that the young King Draken undertook a series of exhaustive marches meant to unite the city-states and create an empire solely dedicated to the Maker's will. The Arlesian Empire became the seat of the Chantry's power, the Grand Cathedral in Valrail, the source of the movement that birthed the organized Chantry as we know it today. Draken, by then Emperor Draken I, created the Circle of Magi, the Order of Templars, and the Holy Office of the Divine. Many within the Chantry revere him nearly as equal with Adraste herself. The modern Chantry is a thing of faith and beauty, but it's also a house of necessity, protecting Thedas from powerful forces that would do it harm. Where the Grey Wardens protect the world from the Blight, the Chantry protects mankind from itself. Most of all, the Chantry works to earn the Maker's forgiveness, so that one day he will return and transform the world into the paradise it was always meant to be. What's the other one? Oh, a scroll. hate when this happens sometimes. On account of the Quinari. Anyone who travels far enough to the north will eventually encounter the Quinari, white-haired, bronze-skinned giants and head again taller than a man, with frightening calm demeanors and a sort of sparkling fire behind their eyes. For quite a long time, people believed that all Quinari were male, or that their men and women were simply indistinguishable. It is not until the Blessed Age that diplomats from Ravane were allowed, however briefly, to visit Paravalon, and they were discovered that Quinari females do exist in abundance and are quite easily recognized. The Raveni says that Quinari have a certain kindness to them, or at least a conspicuous lack of cruelty. Although I do not observe the creatures closely enough to evaluate their character. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar, Brother Genitivi. Huh. What are the I'm curious about the Quinari. The prison of Aenor. When the Imperium occupied the area that is present-day Ferelden, they had two sites dedicated to magical experimentation at the extreme ends of the Imperial Highway. The southern one was the fortress of Ostagar, which looked out over the Kakari Wilds. The northern one was Aenor, although the exact location is now a secret known only to a handful of Templars. Whatever it was the defenders were trying to discover at Aenor, their work was never completed. The fortress was overrun by disciples of Adraste upon hearing the news of her death. According to legend, it was a massacre eerily silent, for the invaders caught the mages while all but one of them were in the Fade. The site was left structurally sound but spiritually damaged. Possibly because of this, the Chantry chose to put it to use as a prison. A cursed I cannot say this. Maleficarum, and apostates are held in the confines of Aenor. Those who have a powerful connection to the Fate, and particularly to demons, will inevitably attract someone across the veil, making the guilty somewhat easier to tell from the innocent. From Of Fires, Circuit, and Templars, A History of Magic and the Chantry by Sister Patrine, Chantry Scholar. Hope we meet her. But she may be long gone. We know Genitivi's alive still. There's one more book. We did level, but let's do the book first. On the city of Daeneryn. With anyone in Ferelden speaking of going to the city, they inevitably means Daeneryn. There is no other place in the kingdom which rivals it, not in size, population, wealth, or importance. It is the city of the Theron family, the capital of Ferelden, the largest seaport, and by ancient traditions, the meeting place of the landsmeet. As well, Daeneryn was the birthplace of Adraste, one of them anyway, as several other sites claim to have been the prophet's early home, including Jadar and Orlais. The Chantry takes no stance on which site claim is valid, but it's well known that Adraste was Ferelden by birth. When visiting the pilgrimage site in Daeneryn, it is inadvisable to mention Jadar at all. The city rests at the foot of the Dragon's Peak, a solitary mountain scarred by ancient lava flows. During Adraste's lifetime, it reputedly filled the sky with a great column of black ash and sent burning rock raining down as far as the free marches, but it is now considered extinct. Some believe it merely sleeps, and will again darken the sky with ash and fire when the last Ferelden king dies, but this is highly unlikely. From In the Pursuit of Knowledge, Her Travels of a Chantry Scholar, Brother Genitivi. This really quickly. Level 14. Dex. Strength. And Cunning does. Cunning. have another specialization point. No, we don't. I don't know how that works. Oh. I don't know how that will work, but coercion, stealing, survival, combat. Coercion. We're in. I would love to do this, but look where we are right now. Not doing feigned death. Duelist. Executes a quick move that throws the opponent off balance, imposing penalties to movement, speed, and defense, unless the target passes a physical resistance check. Oh, they have a lot of. Fine. Now let's talk. Oh, you're tranquil proprietor.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedos.
Oh.
We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Browse his wares. I know you're not the best to sell this to, but actually not that for sure. I don't know how this works. Ice Shock. Spirit Shards, which we technically didn't start using right now. Tome of Arcane Technique, that's cool. We have one of those. Spirit Healer. Do we have anyone who like maps? Map of Taventer. Printed work, so maybe the win? Marking like grimoires. I need to find a grimoire for her, because she sucks right now. Electricity damage. Ooh, that's good. Miriam Dust, which I don't know what we would use that for so far right now. And then let's do the Twitch. Let's get this out the way. As cunning, I would like you to have the electricity damage. I'm never taking this one off right now. And then what? Not that one, this one. Yeah, we can sell that one. And then yeah, now you're fine. Hell. Not for 2. I don't remember that you have this. Oh, it's Mark of Death. I need to start using that. Oh, you do have. Cool. But this is what I need. The bomb. And we need another corruptor agent, obviously. What are we looking like? Into 92. Cool. We can sell that ring though.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Let's sell this. Well, it's kind of... Oh, wait, no, I'm not saying that. We can sell you this ring though. Awareness. Yeah. That's cool though. What runes are expensive? We might as well buy this. Alright. Shit.
Yes, make it quick.
I have a note from your master.
Strange. Let's see this. I knew it. I gave that man the best 7 weeks of my life.
7 weeks?
I guess he won't have me to push around anymore. Ha!
One down. Did he leave? He left.